Baby's concert in South Carolina. Police say the fans are lying. Are the cops working with Lil Baby to cover this up? And was the shooting revenge for Baby's rumored snitching? It's been an unforgettable summer for Atlanta rappers, and Lil Baby is no exception. The start of this May saw Lil Baby's good friends, Gunna and Young Thug, arrested alongside 26 other members of YSL and handed down RICO charges. The Fulton County Prosecutor's Office, led by Fannie Willis, has been executing a complete takedown of active gangs around the Atlanta area. They've gotten Young Slime Life, the gang headed by Young Thug, almost entirely under control. The most powerful, like Thug and Gunna, have been denied both bond multiple times, received additional charges, and even accused of attempted witness tampering. For other YSL members, Willis and her team have arranged proffer agreements. This is an exchange of information for lighter sentencing. By ratting out other members and rappers, compromised individuals can ease the troubles they will be going through. These proffer agreements have been game-changing for the Fulton County Prosecutor's Office. Not only has it expanded their known network of gang activity, but it has strengthened the quality and quantity of compiled evidence. Until after these proffer agreements were announced, Willis told the community she had 2 new Atlanta rappers in sight. Not only had the snitches given up information about their own operations, but they had also incriminated associates. Leaked documents from the DA later confirmed that 4PF, Lil Baby's music label, is actually an East Coast branch of the Crips. More than that, Baby's gang often interacted with friends Thug and Gunna. Lil Baby went into full defensive mode, protecting himself with the law closing in. Lil Baby stepped away from social media and may have even reached out to Willis's office in an attempt to make a deal. After doing whatever it took to guarantee his own security, Lil Baby went back to work as usual. After touring with Chris Brown and even teasing a European leg, Lil Baby was back in the South, putting on a show in Greensville, South Carolina. But the show would not end with the typical dispersing of a once violent mosh pit. Instead, swarms of spectators pushed and shoved their way to the exit while screaming warnings of an active shooter situation. After crowds had stormed the concourse to avoid the alleged shooting, the Greenville Police Department sent officers in to investigate the scene. Though they had not heard any commotion that sounded like a gunshot during the concert, police could not take a chance on claims of a public shooting. But upon close analysis, officers deduced no shots were fired during this event. Instead, police concluded that it was a mass public reaction to a lie that spread so quickly it couldn't be controlled. This narrative matches with the testimonies of concert goers like Adam Hunt. The Bon Secours Wellness Arena, the South Carolina venue in question, released all the information they could deduce in a way to clear up any confusion and keep their image clean. They posted to Twitter, law enforcement, including off-duty officers providing security at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, responded to a report of gunshots at the conclusion of last night's Lil Baby concert and found no active shooter or evidence that shots had been fired. No significant injuries were reported. The message continues to thank both law enforcement and arena staff for confirming that the safety procedures of that night worked precisely as they are supposed to. The safety of our guests and performers is the arena's highest priority. We employ a variety of security measures, some of which are not as visible to the public, including an advanced weapons detection system. The safety and security steps implemented at the concert last night were consistent with the steps taken for other large concerts. It is still extremely unclear whether anyone fired shots at Lil Baby during his South Carolina show, but if it did indeed happen, the big question mark would then transition to the Greenville Police Department and precisely why they would try and sweep this under the rug. Perhaps it has to do with their powerful neighbor to the southwest. Fannie Willis is just a state away, as is the rest of the gang members that have been snitched on by YSL and perhaps even Lil Baby himself. Did a gang member try and get revenge for Lil Baby's blabbering mouth? Perhaps Willis has something big coming down the pipeline, and Lil Baby's shooting would have negatively affected her plan to deliver justice. Regardless, if Lil Baby's options are death or prison, he should keep his fingers crossed that Chris Brown delivers on that European tour.